The United States stands on a precipice, teetering between economic disaster and financial ruin. As we speak, the nation finds itself grappling with two imminent threats: runaway inflation and a potential hike in interest rates. Let's break this down, shall we? Inflation, simply put, is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising. As inflation increases, every dollar you hold buys a smaller percentage of a good or a service. The value of a dollar is eroding, my friends. Interest rates, on the other hand, are the cost of borrowing money. When interest rates rise, borrowing becomes more expensive. This can lead to decreased spending and slow economic growth. The US is caught in a catch-22. If it doesn't rein in inflation, the economy could spiral out of control. Yet, if it hikes up interest rates too high, it risks stalling the economy. So the US is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Facing runaway inflation, or having to increase interest rates to the point where it could potentially crash the economy. Inflation. It's the monster under the bed for economies worldwide. Now let's break it down. Picture inflation as a greedy creature that keeps demanding more of your hard-earned money. It's a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. Think about it this way. If last year you bought a loaf of bread for $1, and this year, the same loaf costs $1.10, that's inflation at work. Inflation subtly nibbles away at your wallet, making your money worth less than before. And it doesn't stop at your bread. It affects everything from the gas you put in your car to the rent you pay for your apartment. The higher the inflation, the lesser you can buy with the same amount of money. Now imagine, if your income doesn't keep up with this inflation monster, you'll soon find yourself struggling to afford even the basic necessities. It's like running on a treadmill that keeps getting faster. You're working harder, but you're not moving ahead. For the economy, too much inflation can be a nightmare. It creates uncertainty and can drive people to spend their money quickly before it loses more value, fueling a vicious cycle that can lead to what we call hyperinflation. Unchecked, inflation can erode the value of your money, making it harder to afford even the basics. So it's crucial we understand this monster and learn how to keep it in check. On the other side of the coin, we have interest rates. Interest rates, in simple terms, are the cost of borrowing money. They are set by the central bank to control the flow of money in the economy. When interest rates are high, borrowing becomes more expensive, which discourages excessive spending and investment. This, in turn, can help keep inflation at bay. But here's the catch. While interest rates can be a powerful tool to control inflation, they are not without consequences. A significant increase in interest rates can slow down economic growth. When borrowing becomes expensive, businesses may cut back on investment. Consumers might reduce spending on homes, cars, and other big-ticket items. This decrease in demand can lead to a slowdown in the economy. What's more, the impact of high interest rates can be particularly harsh on the middle class. Think about it. Higher interest rates mean higher mortgage payments, higher credit card bills, and less disposable income. This could lead to a decrease in the standard of living for many middle-class families. So, while raising interest rates might seem like a simple solution to curb inflation, it's a bit like playing with fire. If not handled carefully, it can lead to an economic downturn. And the middle class, they could bear the brunt of this downturn. Raising interest rates too high could potentially crash the economy, wiping out the middle class. It's a delicate balancing act, one that could determine the financial future of millions of Americans. Imagine walking a tightrope. On one side, the monstrous inflation, ready to engulf the purchasing power of your hard-earned dollars. On the other side, the chilling specter of high interest rates threatening to crash the economy and wipe out the middle class. This is the precarious predicament that the US economy finds itself in. The key takeaways from this discussion are these. The inflation monster is real and growing. Interest rates are a double-edged sword that, if not wielded carefully, could do more harm than good. These are the challenges that the decision makers are grappling with, and the choices they make will have far-reaching implications. It's a tough road ahead, but understanding the issues is the first step. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. This is All Street Financial, making the complex world of finance a little easier to understand.